Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm going to be doing a general collective oracle reading. I don't use tarot cards. I have nothing against them. I just like to use the energy in a different way, and I've created different index cards that have different energies on them to help facilitate in the read and make it more descriptive. I'm using the Oracle of Mystical Moments is my oracle deck that I'm using for those of you who are curious about that. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day and you're staying positive and you're focusing on the good things that you do in this world. The element, I don't know why I said plural, maybe there's both of them are going to be focused about part of this reading. The element that we're going to be focusing on in this reading is fire, something passionate and creative, could be also be spiritual. The secondary element is water. It's very emotional. The tool that we're going to be utilizing, the collective is going to be using through the 7 chakras, is the sacral chakra. Something very creative. Makes a lot of sense because fire was the element that came out. Creativity, it could also be very passionate in a physical way. We did get water emotionally. This could potentially be some type of an emotional reading for a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but I kind of have the beginnings of something going on here. Or it could just be a situation that you feel very passionate about, that it has a lot of emotions attached to it. And the lesson that we're going to be learning in this situation that will teach us is envy. Do not overrate what you have received, nor envy others. He who envies others does not achieve peace. And Buddha said that. And then we've got the Chinese zodiac signs. See what wants to come out. We're going to be seeing what energy will complement this. The pig. The pig, you could be born in the year of the pig, is the 12th zodiac sign. The pig is all about wealth, good fortune, honesty, and very hardworking. The negative side is they can be naive, snobbish, flaky, indecisive, and sometimes they can be quite lazy. Interesting. Wealth and good fortune, honesty, hardworking, envy. Something that's passionate and creative, like a project. Something like that, or we're going to see. We're going to get more information. Let's see. The numerical energy that's going to be complementing and guiding and giving us wisdom in this from numerology is or are, because sometimes I pull more than one number. 22. Master number 22. You could be a life path master number 22. It is the master builder number. 22 has 2 energies, 2 and 4. 2 is all about balance and cooperation. 4 is all about stability. It's about diplomacy, teamwork, spiritual channels, and cosmic wisdom. Interesting. Teamwork, and I did say there's some type of relationship here that could be potentially very passionate and emotional. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a work relationship. It could be a relationship that's family dynamic based. It could be something in your community that's platonic. It could be romantic. It doesn't have to be. For everybody, it's going to be something different. And let's get the messages that Spirit is wanting us to use. There's going to be something about change, because when I said let's get the messages, I looked up at the clock and it said 555, and rarely do I do that during these readings, but for some reason I looked up at the clock, the countdown on my phone, it said 555. So something about there's going to be some big change in this. I don't know why that's what I feel like. Pursuit is the first one. Higher self. A sight for sore eyes is in reverse. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Blinded constancy. Haven't gotten that one in a while. Antique and precious is in reverse. So something that's not very valuable or precious to us. Blissful solitude. I love that energy. And unconquered. Those two together are a force to be reckoned with. Okay. Let's see. Pursuit. Spirit, what is pursuit? Nothing wants to come out. Okay. Let's do this. The gardener's pursuit, higher self is, listen. Very apropos. A sight for sore eyes in reverse is Miss Sunshine. If you're irritated by every rub, how will your mirrors be polished? Oh, your craft. Weaving flowers. Ooh, this is definitely something creative. Could be a new relationship that you're working on, or it could just be a new partnership, or something you're crafting in your work that's a new skill. Maybe you got promoted, maybe you switched jobs. I don't know, something going on that's like a new endeavor, idea. I don't know why I'm being told to shuffle, but I am. Blinded constancy, new direction. Ooh. Reversed antique precious is pure nature. Number 7. Blissful solitude. Queen bee. Yes, you are. Blissful solitude in all of your glory. And unconquered. Ooh. Eva. This is a lot of deception. This is 7 of Swords energy, unconquered. Interesting. Your advice is the art of seduction. I told you this had something to do with a relationship. It's a push-pull energy, whatever way this is, whatever dynamic you are dealing with, another person. Again, like I said, friend, family, love, or business, whatever this is. The art of seduction is the advice. You may have to deal with this, play along with this. You may have to be the one that does the coaxing in this situation, but there is like a dance that's being performed here. It's a give and take. It's a push-pull. It's participating in something that is going to have to play out. You're going to have to do that. In the art of seduction, you may have to. We're gonna get some clarification on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. 14 is breaks down to a 5, which I said change. Didn't I say change was going to show up? 4 is all about stability, and 1 is all about new beginnings, and it's very powerful, and it's like pioneer energy. So there is some type of a collaboration that needs you to work through the kinks in this art of seduction, or you're in a situation, well, this is the advice. You need to use your savvy skills and your art of seduction that is going to create this stability. 4 is all about stability, and 1 is all about this new beginning. It's going to be a very powerful stability in whatever this collaboration is, or this pairing is that you have. It could be you're paired up with somebody else, platonically or romantically, or you are finding this strength within yourself to coax yourself into a situation where you may need to give yourself some, build yourself up in a way, seduce yourself almost, to making yourself see that you can, you're more, again, with the power, bringing balance and power to yourself. So maybe seducing yourself into this, showing yourself the way through some things in your life, guiding yourself through the art of seduction. Very interesting. You might be getting some cosmic wisdom on that if this is something that you're doing alone by yourself. If not, there's a lot of teamwork and diplomacy because we got the master number 22. And it has to do about being hardworking and honest and good fortune. Ooh, okay. So the pursuit of, definitely at this time, you are on the hunt, on the pursuit for building something right now. You are the gardener and you're pursuing this. And 27 is a 9. We're in the year of the 9. 9 is all about closing out cycles, elevating through or ascending through challenges, sacrifice, and doing it in a very honorable, noble way. You're building something, you're pursuing something, you're definitely going after this, whatever it is, this new endeavor that, or existing endeavor, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever you're working on, you are pursuing it in a very balanced way that is also very informative, very educational. You're learning a lot about whatever this is or about yourself. There's a lot of intellectual energy with this 27. And 9 is sage energy, so it's very enlightening to you in this building process, this creation process that you're doing. Yeah, because it's leading you to, you're really connected with your higher self. And whatever this, being the gardener, you could be growing something new. Like I said, it could be a new relationship. And whatever that is, platonic or romantic, or with yourself. And it's going to feel very higher. It's that song, bring me a higher love, you know, that kind of thing, with yourself or in a situation that is going to put you in tune. This is very high priestess / temperance, the 2 cards in one. 6 is all about harmony and love, balancing that, listening to your higher self, or it's going to enable you to listen to a higher situation, elevate through this, in this collaboration with in this project that you're doing, either by yourself or with someone else, or whatever type of relationship that you are in with the other person. And a sight for sore eyes, so something that is the opposite of a sight for sore eyes, that's going to shine a light on something or make you really happy. Miss Sunshine. It's also elevating too. She's like in this, it's like she's in this balloon. You can see the cords. The cords are like the sun. I guess you can't see it. It's like so high. It's just fixating on what she's in. It could also be, oh wow, upside down. I never noticed this before. It's like, that's interesting. Yeah. Like the sun and the moon above and below. But I always take this as the sun card because it's Miss Sunshine. So anyway, this is the first time I've really looked at this card, that there was like a building on the bottom of it in the dark, and then she's the sunshine on the top of it, which is almost like, oh, interesting. Like a, what's it called when you have plants in a sunroom, or a gardener, kind of something similar to that. Like there's a lot of light, there's a lot of growth being in this garden house, maybe even. Definitely a light is being shined on something that's causing a lot of growth. 1 and 7 breaks down to an 8. And that is all about your abundance and infinite energy. 1 is all about new beginnings, and 7 is very spiritual. A sight for sore eyes. So something that is, since it's not something that's a sight, could be something, I feel like this has to do with the opposite of sight, which is internal. And it's something that's like a knowing. A sight for sore eyes can be something like you've seen somebody in a long time and it's like, wow, it's so great to see them again. It's like, thank you for being here. You're glad that they're this thing that they showed up. Like, wow, man, you made it. You're a sight for sore eyes. The opposite of that, I feel like, would be content. Something is going to make you very content in a situation, like a knowing that was already there, was always there. You have an inner knowing about this spiritual passion or fiery creativity, this very emotional secondary element. So you have this inner knowing, you have this light. You might have an inner light that's really bright and knowing. You might just have a strong inner compass that guides you to lead you the way. There's a brightness all around you, I feel like, in that way. But in this work that you're doing, or this craft, or whatever it is that you're building, this skill, this collaboration that is a craft that you're working on, because of 33 weaving flowers, 33 is a master number, and it's like infinite love. It's the 3 and the 6. So it's creativity, and it's 6, which is harmony and love. So something that you really, really love, that's very creative. If you're irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? So I feel like in this partnership, or whatever this work is, or this creative thing that you're doing that has a lot of creativity, that you're working on, a partnership of any kind can have a lot of creativity, whether it be marriage or business. So you may need to not let everything agitate you, because those things, those challenges are going to allow you to be able to smooth out everything. If you're both, the hiccups you feel like are, well, this is holding me back and I don't like these challenges, and we're always having these debates, and why am I always having to stop and start back over again or whatever? Because it's something that it needs to go. There needs to be a what's the word I'm looking for? Not that it's maybe that's not what it is, because it's being blocked. Maybe you feel that way. Maybe you're not seeing it because of all the passion and this idea. You need to maybe take a step back and look at you need to be able to, I can't think of the word, but be able to see it for what it is and understand that this person or this situation is bringing something to the table, and you're bringing something to the table that is going to be slightly different. I can't think of the word, starts with a C. This might be a lesson for me to learn, but I feel like you know what it is. I can't think of the word. Put it in the comments if you know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. But it is about coming to a compromise. Some of you may feel very difficult to come to a compromise, because it took me a while to get that word out. You might be slow to getting to a compromise, but that's all the beauty of compromising, is bringing two things or two ideas or two sets, this art of seduction, doing this dance, working out the details is what's so beautiful about the dance, because you have two energies together in this art of seduction. That in a dance, is when you have two people dancing, it's very much like that. Learning how to do that in a very fun, collaborative, creative. There's a lot of stability in this, and it's very powerful. So knowing that it's not going to always be perfect, but you guys are going to have to bend a little bit and take a step back and know that it's necessary to have these bumps in the road, because it's something that's very beautiful that you're creating. And whatever this project is, or with someone else, and it's worth it because you love it so much. And it's very validating to you. I feel like you can't let every little thing just be like, everything can't be perfect all the time. And it's going to develop. You've got to let it develop into what it is. You got two things coming together. It's got to be something different than what this is and what that is. It's creating something together that's quite beautiful. And in the beginning, it might be kind of awkward or weird, or may not feel always great all the time, but you definitely have a passion for this, whatever this is. Blinded constancy, number 45, new directions. 4 is all about stability, and 5 is all about change, and we got new directions here. It could be challenging. 2, blinded. Yeah, I feel like it took me forever to think of the word earlier. I feel like you might be blinded to this, being able to come to terms with having to bend a little bit is the best way I can describe it. And this, you being able to be able to take a new direction, be able to be flexible, because you both have to be flexible in this, being able to work together. Each one is going to have to be a little bit flexible in order for this new thing to evolve. So being able to go maybe in directions that you don't want to be blinded to. Be open to these new changes. You feel like maybe the other situation, the other person, whatever, they're going off on their own way. Let it go. Let them do what they're doing. See how it goes. See how it turns out. Vice versa. Give the situation a little bit of space. Give it a little bit of flexibility. Don't be so hard on the situation. In this, I just feel like the situation is, you've got to let it figure itself out. You can't already define something when you don't know what it's going to grow into. Like in this garden, you've got to be able to let it water and grow and see how it develops. You can't overwater it. You can't give it too much sunshine. It has to be just enough. There has to be a balance to this, like the art of seduction. You're going to have to do a lot of balancing and coaxing and, finagling and finessing and all of those kind of things that come with the art of seduction. But it's not a bad thing. And envy plays a role in this somehow. I feel like it's more about understanding the value of both sides, what the other situation or person is putting in, and the time and effort and what you are, and that both sides are putting something in that is valuable. And just because maybe it's being done a different way or not the same way that you're doing it, or you feel they're putting that on you, it's okay to compromise. Compromise isn't a dirty word. And it doesn't mean you're giving up something of yourself. You've got to learn that there's a lot of, I don't know, I feel like it's okay to go with the flow and compromise. Don't be blinded to it. Something that isn't very precious to you or valuable. Number 7, pure nature. You might feel that the way that this other person does things and your perspective on the situation is very well, that's nothing special about that, or you don't value that maybe the way that this information is going to come to you in a very 7 is all about learning. And this is this is like 2 of Cups energy. And if we're talking about a relationship here, 22, even though this is 7, pure nature, but this is very reminiscent of 2 of Cups energy. You may not think that the way that the other, or they might take it how it resonates, either the person or the situation that you're in, they feel like the way you do things, you're feeling like they're feeling that you're not very valuable. The way that you do things is not, it doesn't add a lot of value, or you're not doing it in a way that needs to add more value, or you're feeling that way about the other person, that maybe they're doing things down in a very stripped down way. They're not adding, they're doing the bare minimum. And in your eyes, it's you need to see that if you're not valuing them because you feel like they need to do it a different way than you do it. See the beauty in the way that they do things. Learn from this, vice versa, and they need to see the beauty in how you're doing things, because it is a dance. And to make the dance successful, this art of seduction, you're both going to have to work together and bend and be like, okay, let's try this. I don't fully agree with it, but let's see how it plays out. And the other person, same thing. You're going to have to try a little bit. Come to an agreement where everybody's happy with it. Even if you quite can't see the vision that the other person has, respect it and try your best to come to something that you feel like, I can live with this. Let's do it like this. And I just feel like you're not seeing the beauty. They're not seeing the beauty in what you have to offer quite yet, or the talent or the simplicity in that, or vice versa. You're not seeing it in the situation yet, but you will. You're going to learn this. Either side, they're going to learn it. They're going to learn it, or you're going to learn it. And when this gets discovered, it's going to be amazing. It's going to bring a lot of peace to the situation. It's going to make things very elevated in this Queen Bee situation. Number 11 is a master number, and it is all about understanding the bigger picture, bridging two sides together, and it's about bridging two things together and understanding, and being a visionary and being able to see that. It's also, there's a little bit of foresight, because 11s also have the capability of being somewhat psychic in a sense, because they're intuitive, very highly intuitive. So you're going to see that maybe from a perspective, because she's up on top, Queen Bee, male or female. This doesn't necessarily have to be any type of just representation of this energy and this Queen Bee energy. So I feel like you're going to elevate to this. And it's going to give you that perspective and that understanding that, yes, this compromise and this bending and melding together of two, surprised we didn't get mesh meld, bringing two things together to fit. And maybe you didn't think they could fit like that. And they do. And that's pretty amazing. And then, or it will be once you get there. So, Unconquered is about standing in your power. There could be some type of envy that is, you've got to stand in your power in a situation, and maybe not let a negative situation make this relationship become toxic. So you're going to have to stand strong and see this for what it is. See this toxicity, see this Seven of Swords, and stand strong. This might be the envy in whatever way it shows up, because this is strong, and this dance is very powerful, and whatever this collaboration is, building whatever this is in a very teamwork, diplomacy type energy, whether it's romantic or platonic or whatever situation is, or with yourself, because it is going to lead you down, it's like a lifelong journey type situation. Either, depending on which timeline you're on, this is a retrospect of looking back at the struggles that you've had in this relationship, this partnering, whether it be business, platonic, or with family, and that it is very meaningful. It has taught you a lot. This is very much like the Knight of Pentacles. Dear friend, my dear friend, which is 47, which has a 4, which is all about stability. 7 is all about the spirituality and learning of the higher self. 7 is 11, we got 11 again. I picked a master number 11 with the queen bee. So there's definitely a lot of intuitive insight that you're going to gain through this experience. And either you know that and you're seeing that now, and this has been a lifelong thing, and you're realizing, oh wow, this has taught me a lot, or you're going to need to know, stay on this path, because it's going to lead to a lot of insight. It's going to teach you something one way or another, and it's going to be very creative and high level. Again, 35, which breaks down to an 8, which is about your abundance. 3 is very creative, and 5 is all about change and challenging. So again, you might really challenge each other in this situation, whatever it is. And there might be a lot of challenges, but it's for the good. It's to enhance something, to make it higher. You know, bring me a higher love. You know, there we go again with that, with the balloon. So I feel like it's going to elevate that in this building that you're doing, watering your garden in whatever way that you're doing this in this relationship, platonic or romantic. You're going to kick this deceptive energy, this I say toxic, whatever toxic, however this toxic situation shows up, you're going to see it for what it is. I feel like, let's get some clarity on what the toxic situation is. What is the toxic energy, Spirit? You hear the sirens going on? So watch out for this toxic energy. You're getting warned by it. Yeah, it's the opposite of buoyant. This toxic energy, you're going to recognize it because it weighs you down. It's something that's very heavy and it pulls you down, maybe sucks the life out of you, or maybe it's something that you're going to recognize that's happening and you're going to put a stop to it. So that it'll keep you, so it won't, it's because this is going to stop you from elevating. It's going to, you know, from creating and mastering, getting to new heights. So you're going to recognize this, stop it in its tracks. You're going to know what it is because it's so heavy. It drags you down. And this is just very passionate, and you're just like, I love this reading. That there are some challenges, and like, if it's not wouldn't be worth it if there wasn't some challenges to something, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. I feel like you will gain a wealth of knowledge, wealth of something, whether it be spiritual wealth or this, if you're building something in a professional thing, it will be a lot of good fortune in this relationship, but not without the bumps. There's going to be some bumps, but you're going to learn through these challenges and how each side works and fits together. And it will be, you're really going to be able to find in yourself in this. You're going to really connect with your higher self, or this is going to be, again, lifting you up to a higher elevation that you love so much about, whatever it is, this craft or this element of create what that you're creating, that you love so much and you have so much passion for, and be open to new directions and changes in this, because it is going to put you in a very successful position for you to be able to really see what all your options are in this new position that you're going to attain in whatever this is. It's gonna, higher level, higher again. I just think that song, Bring Me a Higher Love, you're going to attain that either with yourself in a situation or with somebody else in whatever way that is. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day, and wherever you are, stay safe, stay positive, believe in yourself. And if you like this reading, please subscribe to my channel, like and share, and I hope to see you back. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.